So good evening everyone. My name is Gaurav Kumar Jain and I welcome you all on this amazing and beautiful channel named Geeks for Geeks School, where we guys provide you with free of cost coding classes. First of all, before diving into the platform, I would like to thank all the students who are regularly liking and sharing our videos in the groups. Thank you so very much for for doing that for us, for giving us popularity among students who really want to learn coding. And secondly, I would also like to thank all the students who are regularly joining my lectures at this time. It means a lot to me. And if you are really into game development, if you want to design and develop games using Python, then these lectures which I'm shooting right now, they are going to give you a lot of benefits. So you can check out all the tutorials which are shooted earlier, and also from today onwards we are going to use Pygames. We are going to learn to use Pygames, rather I should say like this, right? So how can we use Pygames? It's again one of the packages we can use for developing games in Python. So how can we use Pygames for developing amazing games in Python? That's what we are going to learn from today. So today we are going to start with some basic things. How can we draw a screen, and then how can we draw some object on that screen? That's what we are going to do. But later on we are going to move to the advanced concepts of Pygames, and then from the next week onwards we are going to develop real-time high level games using Pygames, right? So it's better if you will learn the basic things first, because if the basics will be clear to you, you will be able to understand the advanced concepts also. Okay, so let's not waste the time and straight away dive into the platform. So the one which I am using right now, the name of this platform is Pygame, as you all know. If you want to know how you can download and install Pygame on your device, you can go and check the very first tutorial which I shooted for this game development series. I think I shooted it 2 weeks back. So you can check that out, and in that tutorial I've explained everything related to the platforms that you can use for learning Python. So we have some platforms like Jupyter Notebook and Google Colab which are traveling on internet. You can use it both on your desktop devices as well as mobile devices. So the students who don't have laptops or desktops with them, they don't have to worry now about anything. You guys can also learn coding through on these online platforms. So if you don't know the names, please you can note it down. So Jupyter Notebook is a very good platform. Then we have Google Colab, on which you can do Python coding. And if you want to go for an offline version, suppose you have a laptop or desktop, then Pygame is one of the best options available. And its alternative is VS Code. That is again a very good software you can use for learning coding. Then we have I think Idle is also a good platform, and there are various text editors you can use, like Sublime Text is there, Brackets is there, right? So I'm using Pygame for now. It's totally your call which platform you want to use, but make sure that whenever you're using any platform, before importing any module, you have to install it on your this device. So on Pygame it's very easy. We have this Python packages option available right in the bottom. We can simply click it. So what will happen, we are going to come across a window. Now in that window, I'll show it to you how that window looks like. And if you have any queries related to anything, if you have checked my previous tutorials, so if you have queries related to any such thing which I've explained in my tutorial, you're most welcome to put that in the chat box, so that I can take your query and I can give you a solution of your question, right? So when you will click this Python packages, automatically that's the window you are going to come across, and here you can simply type the name of the package you want to install on your device. So if you'll type Pygames over here, So you'll see this Pygame, right? You'll see this Pygame software, package. And why I'm not able to see the install button over here, it's because I've already installed it on my device. So that's the reason that install button is not visible. Let me select some other package. Suppose let's if I want to go with this Pygame, so I can simply select this Pygame, and as you can see, this install button for this Pygame is visible to us on this window, which means that I haven't installed it yet. So if I want to install this package, I can simply hit this install button, and rest everything will be done by this beautiful PyCharm platform. So it will install for me this package on my device, right? Just give me a short moment. Let me see if everything is going fine.
I haven't installed it yet.
Yes, everything is going fine. So what I was saying, that if you have any queries related to anything, you can put it in the chat box so that I can see and I can answer your queries. Right, let's now begin developing a simple game. So we are going to keep it very simple today. So what we are going to do, we are going to look at a basic Pygame program, and this program will create a window and it will fill the background with a color, let's say white color. Okay, we are going to have a white color background on the window, and we are going to have a blue circle in the middle of the window. Right, so that's what we are going to design today. So I'm going to first write the whole code, and then I'm going to explain you each and every line that I will use in this in today's coding class. Right, each and every line of code that I will use in today's coding class. So let's dive into the platform and enjoy the coding. So the first thing we need to do is we need to import the module which we need to use for creating the game. So it's Pygame, right, that we need to use. Now once you're done with importing the module, what do you have to do? You have to initiate it. Now how can you initiate a module, right? After importing this Pygame, you have to initialize it, or you can say initiate it. So for that we have a function named init. I hope you must have heard about this function. If you know the basics of Python, you must have heard about this init function. So basically that's the function we use for initializing or initiating a module that we import on Python. Right, now it's time for us to set up the drawing window. Right, but before that I would like to first tell you about this keyword. So that's the keyword which we use for importing a module. If you don't know about it, please make a note of it somewhere in your mind so that you don't forget it. Okay, it's time for us to set up the drawing window. So we can use another variable. It is your call what name you want to give to your variable. So I want to use screen named variable. That's the reason I have put screen over here. Simply we can use this Pygame display property. That's the property display. Sorry, the spelling is not correct. It should be like this, display, and then we can set the mode. So as soon as you will put this dot after display, you will see all the functions that you can use with this display. You can initiate it, you can flip it, right? But I would like to go with this set mode. So with the help of this, you can play with the dimensions of the window that is going to get created by this property or by this function. So I would like to see a window of 500 by 500, right? Fine. So we are done with this. Let's now we need to use a variable. For example, let's use running, a random variable. Then we can put it equal to true. Why? Because I want this while loop which I'm putting here, it should run till the value of this running variable is true. Till that point it should run. As soon as the value of this running variable becomes false, right, this while loop should stop and the interpreter should come out of the while loop. Now how will I code that whole thing? So what we can do, just a second, here inside the for loop we can make use of this. Here inside the while loop we can make use of this for loop. So for event dot type, so that's the function with the help of which we can find out the event type. And if it is equal to, if the user will press that cross which will appear right on the top in the side of the window, which this code is going to create for us, like the way this cross button is visible to us over here, in the same way the window that this display will create for us, it is going to have these three buttons right on the top: the minimize button, the maximize button, and then the cross button for closing the window. So if at any point of time the user will hit the cross button, which means that just a second, everything is going fine. Event dot type is equal to okay, that's a for loop, no? I was defining the code for the if statement, not for the for loop. Let me just define it properly. So if for event in Pygame, okay, Pygame dot event dot get, so that's the one which is going to fetch for me the action which the user is going to take through the mouse, right? Event, fine. Then we can check this condition. If event is event dot type, if at any point of time if it is equal to Pygame dot quit. Pygame dot quit here refers to the action which the user will take. If the user clicks this cross button, which will be visible to him on the display right on the top, so it means that he clicked on that quit button, and the moment the event will become equal to quit, right, the value of running should become equal to false. So that what this will do, it will close our window, fine. And then what we can do, we can simply in this screen dot fill, now it's time for us to give a background color to a screen. So as I've told you, I'm going to make use of this white color. If you want to go with some other color, it is totally your call. Let me give it some other color. If I'll go with this 1 2 3 2 2 2 and 1 1 1, let's see what color we are going to get in the background. So that's the function with the help of which we can give a color to our background. Now it's time for us to draw a solid blue color circle in the center, or whatever color you want to give to that circle, you can give that. So what we can do, we can make use of this Pygame's draw function, right? Pygame.draw, and then there is a function named circle you can use for drawing a circle. Okay, and simply in this round brackets you can put the screen and then comma, and then you can pass the coordinates for the color part. So 255, and we can then put these two coordinates, 250 comma 250, right, and 00255 250 comma 250, and then it's time for us to pass this value, the fourth one. Okay, so we are done with defining the code for this draw circle also. Now it's time for us to display the things. So Pygame dot display dot, we can use this flip function. I'm going to tell you later on why I've used this flip function, but for now we are going to just define it as it is. Okay, and what we can do now, we can simply quit the game. So Pygame dot quit we can use right at the bottom. So we are done with defining the whole code. Let's now run this code first and see whether we are going to get the required output or not. So I'm going to run this code from here. Okay, there is a syntax error. I haven't put a colon at the end, maybe because of that. Yeah, That's the reason I haven't put a colon over here also. Let me now run this code and see what's gonna happen. I hope we'll get the correct output. Okay, argument 1 must be sequence. Okay, I have to replace this. Okay, this should not be dot, there should be a comma, right, in between these two things. Okay, so I am getting this window. Then invalid rectangle style object. Let me do one thing. Let me just change it to this is perfectly fine. We have passed this screen, so we are able to see the screen, but we are not able to see the circle. Now why is it so? Let me check it out. So 0, 0, 255, this is fine. We have this 250, 250 over here, right, and then we have this 75. This is perfectly fine. What we can do, let me change these values to 255, 255, 255. I hope now I'll get the required output. No, I am not able to get the required output. Why is it so? So it's showing me that value error, invalid rectangle style object. Why is it giving me this error? I have to check it out. So everything is fine over here. Just a second. Import. We have imported this Pygame module. This is fine. This Pygame.initialize, we've initialized it. Then for drawing the window, we have used this line of code, right? And finally, running is equals to true. Okay, while running is equals to true, so we have to now check, did the user click the window close button or not, right? So that's how we can check it. Event in pygame.event.get, perfectly fine. Event.type is equals to pygame.quit. If it is equal to pygame.quit, then running is equals to false. And we would like to fill the background with white color. Okay, there is an error. I haven't put this whole thing inside the round brackets. That's the reason why I was getting the error, I think. Yeah, now it is perfectly fine. So that's the output you are going to get finally. So we have this white background and we have this blue color circle getting reflected on this white background. Let me now change the coordinates here. If I'll change it to something like 1, 2, 2, and let's change this one to 1, 2, 1. I'm changing it to 2, 2, 2. Let's now run this code, and the color of the background has changed. So white was looking more cool, right? Let me just change it to white, or else if I'll put 0, 0, 255 here, let's see. So red, blue, green, it is going to give us a green background, I hope. No, blue. Okay, so it's for blue, I think. Yeah. Let me change it to 0, and this one, if I'll change it to 255, I'm going to get a green color background. Yes, so that's what I'm getting over here. Fine. So that's how you can make use of this simple line of code. Now let me just explain you again what all things I have done. So this line over here will I've imported this Pygame module first, then I initialized it, or you can say initiated it. Then here what I've done, I've set up the display window. So you have to provide either a list or a tuple. You have to provide either a list or a tuple that specifies the width and height of the window to create. Right, now this program uses a list to create a square window with 500 pixels on each side. So we have used a list over here. As you can see, these two numbers are enclosed inside a rectangular bracket. So we have used a list over here. Then comes the line number, this line and this line. So it will set up a game loop to control when the program ends, right? And you'll cover game loops later. You'll definitely cover game loops later in this series, but for now, just you can try this simple one. Okay, and that's the function which is going to help you in filling the background with some color, and that's the function with the help of which you can draw an object on that screen. If you will try to change it to this square, okay, let's see whether you'll be able to get the output or not, and if not, I'll tell you in the next class why you were not able to get the output. See, so because this draw function will not support square like this. We have some other formulas for this square. For now I'm going to replace it with circle. Okay, and then we have this flip property over here. Now just a second, yeah, this we were here on this point, so we have this flip function over here, so it will update the content of the display to the screen, and without this call nothing will appear on the window. If you'll remove it from here, if I'll cut it from here, let's run this code. So the only thing that we'll be able to see is this black window. Nothing is going to appear on the window. If you want to update the content of the display to the screen, you'll have to put this line over here like this. So the moment the line is here, now if you will run this code, so you will get the desired output then. See, okay, so that's it. Let me now check the comment box if I have anything to answer. Definitely I would like to answer that query first before proceeding to the next part. And please do not forget to like and share this video in your group so as to make it reach to the maximum students possible. They can also come and join our lecture. Hello dear, I hope you enjoyed this lecture a lot. If you can please share with us your name so that I can shout out your name in this lecture. Thank you very much. Okay, so I am not able to see any queries, but in case you come across any issue while developing this simple Pygame window game, so you can put your query in the comment section. Now before ending the meeting, I would like to tell you about this amazing course which Geeks for Geeks has come up with. Let me open my browser for that. It is going to take a bit of time, but definitely the information which I'm going to provide you, it is going to be extremely beneficial for you. So it's a course based on data structures and algorithm. If you have not seen my previous lecture, this is for the first time you're hearing about this course from me, because I've already showed you this course earlier also. If you are an old student, if you have seen my previous lectures, in those lectures also I've promoted this course. But here also, if you are new on this platform and if you're watching me for the first time, so it's for the first time you are hearing about this course. And so this course is based on data structures and algorithm. Now what is data structures and algorithm? If you want to know that, let me brief you about this. So basically a computer program is a set of instructions with the help of which you can instruct the computer. You can process the data. Now if suppose, just a second, yeah, that's the URL of the web page where you can find the information related to the course which I am telling you about. So basically a computer program needs to retrieve data. It needs to save data somewhere. Now what is data structure? It is a named location where you can store the data. What is algorithm? Algorithm is a set of sequential steps with the help of which you can solve a particular problem. Now talking about DSA, it helps us to create optimized programs with the help of which we can implement in all the kind of languages like Python, C, C++, Java, etc. So in this course we have developed basically keeping grade 9 to 12 students in mind. And if you want to avail a good discount on this total course fee, so you can use this code which is given over here on this page. You're going to get a good discount of 10% on the total course fee. So what all things will be covered in the online classes that we will provide you in this course? So we'll start with the basic concepts of data structures and algorithm, and which will be followed by some live problem solving sessions. And once you'll become confident in the basic things, we'll move towards the advanced concepts. So things like data, things like linked list, types of sorting, with the help of which you can structure your data properly. So those will be explained to you. Now, why structuring of data is necessary? If you have an inventory of suppose 1 million records, and if you have a record with, if you are searching for a particular item in that 1 million records inventory, it's not possible for you to do it manually. Even if you have a machine with you who can do it for you, which can do it for you, definitely it is going to take a lot of time, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 days. If you have a 1 billion recorded records inventory with you, and if you are searching, if you have put a machine to search for a particular item that you want in that inventory, so it is going to take for that machine also a couple of days to locate that element in that inventory. So what is the solution of this problem? So the solution of this problem is data structures, right? We have techniques with the help of which we can sort the data. We have techniques with the help of which we can give a proper structure to our data. We can structure our data, and those techniques we are going to teach you. So in this course you're going to learn all that stuff. And if you want to check out the syllabus, so you can come down over here on this web page, and that's the button. Now if you'll click on this button, you'll click this button, it will open for you a new tab in which you'll see a PDF where you will find all the topics that we are going to cover in the tutorials we are going to provide you in this course. So in this week 1 there will be 4 lectures we'll provide you with. So in the very first lecture we'll cover the basics of arrays, basics of loops, and in lecture 2 we are going to cover the arrays and loops, and then we have types of searching and Euclid algorithm, sieve algorithm, which are very much in demand in the market today in lecture 3. And this whole thing will be followed by a problem solving session in which we'll give you some amazing problems that you'll have to solve live in front of us. And in case you're not able to do so, there's going to be a mentor, a very experienced guy with you, who is going to share with you your experience and also will help you, also will guide you about all these things. And definitely you're going to take away many things from these classes. Why? Because there are students from different countries who will be joining the classes, and they will be also interacting with you. So interacting with people from some different locations definitely enhances our way of thinking. So that's how you can get the benefit there. That's how this course is really beneficial for all of you. Then in this week 2, we have bifurcated the whole course week wise. So there are going to be 4 lectures per week, and it is a 4-week course, which means that in total we'll provide you 16 different classes in this course. And in this week 2 we are going to cover these topics. In lecture 1, hashing and things related to collision handling and recursion will be taken care of. And then in lecture 3 we are going to take things related to sorting, which is really very important for structuring the data. So bubble sort, selection sort, all these types of sorting with the help of which we can we can structure our data will be covered. Then it will be followed by a problem solving session. After this, in week 3 we are going to have a discussion on linked list and things like stack queue, priority queue. So you can see, we are going to talk about the basics, and then we'll gradually move towards the advanced concepts which are related to data structures and algorithms. That's what I'm trying to show you here. So then it will be followed by a problem solving session, stack queue and priority queue. And finally, in this week 4 we are going to talk about things which are very much in demand in the market today. So it's BFS and DFS technologies. You must have heard about these techniques, sorry, not technologies, techniques. So breadth first search and depth first search we are going to talk about, and then it will be followed by a problem solving session. So these all things will be covered in this course, and I hope you are going to take away a lot of things from this course, and a lot of things from the mentor who is going to be there with you in this course. So Shubham Agarwal is a really experienced guy. He's an expert at code forces and a more stack developer. So definitely with him you are going to learn a lot, and in case you come across any issue you can contact him directly also. Fine. So what you have to do in order to avail this course, you can come on this web page, you can log in and register yourself for this course. Even now, if you have any queries, you can put it in the chat box, or else if you want to get in touch with one of our executives, you can come down and you can contact us on this toll-free number, or Also you can drop us an email on this official ID of ours. So this is it from my side in this lecture. Hope you guys enjoyed this one a lot. Please do not forget to like and share the video in your groups and make us popular among the kids who are really fond of coding, who really want to learn real coding. And thank you very much for being there with me in this tutorial. Have a great day ahead. I hope to see you all in the next lecture too. Bye bye.